Welcome to World NG channel. Today we are learning about honey. Let's delve into the fascinating process of how honey is made by bees. The journey begins with foraging. It all starts when worker bees leave the hive to forage for nectar. Nectar is a sugary liquid produced by flowers. Worker bees have a specialized structure called a proboscis, which is essentially a long, straw-like tongue used to suck up nectar from flowers. They store this nectar in a separate stomach called the honey stomach, which is reserved just for nectar and water. Nectar conversion process. The transformation of nectar into honey is a complex process that involves chemical changes. Enzymes within the honey stomach, like invertase, amylase, and glucose oxidase, start to break down the complex sugars in the nectar into simpler sugars, which are less prone to crystallization. This process begins even before the bee returns to the hive. The hive collaboration. Back at the hive, the nectar is passed from one bee to another in a process called trophallaxis. This transfer serves more than just the purpose of moving the nectar deeper into the hive, it also further mixes the nectar with the enzymes in the bee's saliva, continuing the breakdown of sugars and reducing the water content. Water evaporation. Once the nectar is deposited into the honeycombs, bees have to dehydrate it, turning it into honey. For this, the hive's architecture plays a crucial role. The constant fanning by the bees' wings, along with the warm temperature inside the hive, promotes the evaporation of much of the water from the nectar. Capping the honeycomb. When the honey reaches its desired consistency, bees will seal off the honeycomb cell with a plug of wax. This capping process ensures that the honey can mature and develop complex flavors and antibacterial properties over time. The role of honey. Honey serves as a critical food reserve for bees, particularly in winter when no flowers are in bloom and nectar is not available. Its high sugar content provides energy, and the antibacterial properties help honey to last a long time without spoiling, making it a perfect food source during the colder months. Harvesting by humans. Beekeepers manage hives in a way that allows them to collect honey without harming the colony. They typically ensure that bees have enough honey for themselves before any is taken. When beekeepers harvest honey, they remove the wax caps and extract the honey, often using centrifugal force in a machine called a honey extractor. Filtering and bottling. The honey is then usually filtered to remove any wax and other debris. After filtration, it's ready to be bottled, and it may be sold raw or pasteurized depending on the preference of the producer and the consumer market. Real honey crystallizes over time, which is a natural process and a sign of pure honey. If crystallization occurs, it can be re-liquefied by gently warming the honey without damaging its nutrients. Importance of sustainable practices. In recent years, there's been an increased focus on the sustainability of honey production. Practices such as responsible beekeeping, ecological farming, and the respect of seasonal rhythms are essential in maintaining the health of bee populations and the consistency of honey production. Environmental impact. Bees are also extraordinarily important pollinators, contributing to the growth of many plants, including crops humans rely on for food. Protecting bees and their habitat is crucial not only for honey production but also for preserving biodiversity and ensuring the survival of numerous plant species. Challenges. Bees face threats from various angles, including pesticides, habitat destruction, and diseases. Colony collapse disorder, CCD, where worker bees abruptly disappear, has also affected many colonies in certain parts of the world. In summary, honey production is an intricate dance of nature involving complex biological processes and dedicated work both by bees and beekeepers. It stands as a testament to the incredible efficiency of these tiny insects and the importance that such small creatures can have on global ecosystems and human food supplies. Honey harvesting is an essential part of beekeeping and can be done using various methods. One common method is the crush and strain method, which involves scraping the honey and wax off the frames, crushing it, and then straining the honey out of the wax. Another approach involves using a fume board to collect honey from the beehive. The process typically includes steps such as checking honey stores, removing frames, setting up the space, and extracting the honey into jars. It's important to ensure that the honey is collected from clean combs and that the honeycomb cells are at least 90% capped before extraction. Additionally, beekeepers should leave a sufficient amount of honey in the hive for the bees to survive the winter. Harvested honey should be stored in a cool, dark cupboard or pantry until ready for use. If you're new to beekeeping, it's essential to familiarize yourself with the various methods and best practices for harvesting honey to ensure a successful and rewarding. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.